Good morning, student, and welcome. In this lecture, we will continue with these lessons that the non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi ji. So here, uh, the point we are going through it is the Satyagraha against uh, Rowlatt Act and up to Jallianwala massacre. Here Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, the movement that aroused against the Rowlatt Act took over a fierce form in the province of Punjab. Amritsar became the main center of this movement. The government had started to spit off separation. uh, Gandhiji was prohibited from the entering the province of Punjab. General Dyer issued order of ban on public meeting in Amritsar. Important leaders like Dr. Satyapal and Dr. Kichlu were arrested for their involvement in Amritsar Hartal case. As a protest against this, on the 13th April 1990, on Baisakhi Day, there was a public meeting in the Jallianwala Bagh. General Dyer arrived with armed forces. The place was enclosed from all sides and had only one small gate. General Dyer positioned his army and closed down the only gate without giving any prior notifications to disarm innocent people. He ordered he ordered the soldiers to fire. Merely about 1,660 rounds were fired, uh, had been fired. The army continued firing until the ammunition was over. In this massacre, about 400 people, including men and women, were killed. Many people were wounded after firing curfew was announced, and hence immediate treatment to the injured could not be made available. In entire Punjab, military laws was enforced and many were sent to jail by government. General Michael O. Dyer, governor of the Punjab, was responsible for this massacre. All over India, there was a protest against this act. As a protest against this massacre, Rabindranath Tagore gave away the title Sir bestowed him by the British government. Later, Indian demanded for inquiry of this massacre. Hence, the British government appointed the Hunter Commission. Khilafat, Khilafat movement. Muslim all over the world regarded the ruler of Turkey as their religious leader. During the First World War, Turkey fought against the British to get the support from the Indian Muslims in a war. The British had assured that after the end of the war, Khalifa Empire will not be harmed. But after the end of the First World War, England did not stick with its assurance. A tide of a great discontent arose among the Muslims. The movement started by the Indian Muslims to support Khalifa was called as a Khilafat movement. Gandhiji thought that on this problem, if Hindus and Muslims come together and start a national movement, then the government can surely be brought to its sense. Therefore, Gandhiji supported the Khilafat movement. The Khilafat committee accepted Gandhiji's proposal and of following non-cooperations to the government. Hindu-Muslim unity was seen especially during this day. Non-cooperations movement. The concept behind the non-cooperation movement was that the British government in India is dependent only on cooperations of the Indians. So here, the India has a vast country. The peoples include in the British administration due to this these Indians who worked in a British government, or we can say they cooperate with the British government uh, to run the rules in India. If these peoples will not cooperate with the Britishers, then Britishers easily can throw out India. In 1920, the Indian National Congress sessions was held at Nagpur. The resolutions of non-cooperation movement put forth by Chittaranjan Das was accepted. All rein of the movement were given in the hands of Mahatma Gandhi. According to these resolutions, a program was framed to boycott government office, court, foreign goods, government school and colleges. So here, the non-cooperation movement was declared in the Nagpur session, and after that, there started peoples were included in the non-cooperation movement. They started to boycott all the government things, that is boycott the government offices, courts, foreign goods, government schools and colleges, etc. Here an incident happened in Mumbai, that is uh, the vehicle full of liquors come and the agitations was continue. The Babu Genu stand before that vehicle, and that the there is a British persons who sit uh, in that vehicle, ordered driver to drive, not to stop, and thus the Babu Genu sacrificed his life for the non-cooperation movement. On the background of the non-cooperation movement, many eminent lawyers like Motilal Nehru, Chittaranjan Das, etc., boycotted the court by giving up their practice. During this period, with boycott of schools and colleges, the scheme of national education was run. Many national schools and colleges, universities were established. The, there was a boycott coming elections, boycott and a bonfire of foreign clothes. Due to this, the import of foreign clothes decreases. In 1920, during the visit of Prince Wales, he was welcomed by organizing a hartal. Lonely roads and closed shops welcomed the prince. The movement spread from the planters in Assam to rail workers in Bengal. To bring the movement under control, the British government undertook suppressive measures. So here this non-cooperation movement spread out throughout India from Assam's the tea planters to the workers in Mumbai. Everywhere there was a non-cooperations with the government. Many prominent persons or lawyers who boycott the British court. So everyone was taking a part in a non-cooperation movement. When at this period, in this period, then in 1920, when the Prince of Wales come to India, he was welcomed with the empty roads. Uh, in February 1922, the police opened fire on a peaceful processions at Chauri Chauram in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. The peoples were very angry and set a fire to the police stations, in which, along with the one officer and 22 policemen, were killed. Due to these incidents, Gandhiji was very hurt. On 12th February 1922, Gandhiji suspended the non-cooperation movement. So Gandhiji was emphasized, given a very important for the what we say, ahimsa, the principle of ahimsa. The Gandhiji was arrested in March 1922 for writing the international article in Young India. Special court was set up at Ahmedabad, and Gandhiji was sentenced 6 years of imprisonment. Later, on the grounds of ill health, the Gandhiji was released from jail. Gandhiji, along with the non-cooperation movement, took up a constructive programs which mainly included a spread of Swadeshi, Hindu-Muslim unity, prohibition of alcohol, removal of untouchability, popularized use of khadi, national education, etc. Due to these constructive programs, the national movement becomes a more comprehensive and in the rural areas. So everywhere the Congress spread himself with the help of these programs. Swaraj Party. Members of the Indian National Congress, such as Chittaranjan Das, Motilal Nehru, put up an idea of contesting elections and obstructing the work of British government in 1922. The Swaraj Party was established in 1923 when the members of Swaraj Party were elected in the Central Legislative Assembly. The Provincial Legislative Council mainly included Motilal Nehru, Madan Mohan Malviya, Lala Lajpat Rai, N.C. Kelkar. When the political movement in country calmed down, then the fight in the Legislative Assembly was strengthened. By the Swaraj Party. They severely opposed the unjust policies of the Britishers. They demanded the responsible government should be given to India in future. They made resolutions to be passed in the Legislative Assembly for the release of the political leaders from prison. To call a roundtable conference, the government rejected most of the resolutions. Simon Commission. Simon Commission, the reform introduced by the Montagu-Chelmsford Act 1919 was unsatisfactory. Hence, there was a discontent among the Indian people. On this background, the British appointed the commissions under the chairmanship of the Sir John Simon. In these commissions, none of the Indian members was included. Hence, the Congress decided to boycott the commission. So here the Britishers are trying to make a fool the Indians with setting up the Simon Commission. Mr. Simon was also a clear-cut British. He did not harm in any point of view the British Empire. In 1928, the commission arrived in India. Wherever it travelled, the people made demonstrations against them. So there was very much anger against this Simon Commission, because through establishing these Simon Commissions, Britishers wanted to foolish these people, and peoples were acknowledged this attitude of the Britishers towards them. There was a lathi charge on the demonstrators at Lahore. Lala Lajpat Rai was leading the demonstrations against the Simon Commission. The police lathi charge, the demonstrations, sounders, the police officers attacked the Lalaji with a lathi. After the attack, the protest meeting, Lalaji said, "Every blow on my body will prove the nail on the coffin of the British Empire." Within a few days was attacked. Lalaji died. Nehru report. The Barkan Secretary of the State of India, criticized the Indian leaders cannot draft unanimously accepted constitution. The challenge was accepted and all party committee was formed. The Pandit Motilal Nehru was the chairman of this committee to establish a self government. The colonies of India implement adult franchise system, linguistic division on the province, such as proposals were put up in the report. This report is known as a Nehru report. So Britishers were criticized the Indians that they cannot draft and any type of constitutions. Here this challenge was accepted by the Pandit Motilal Nehru, the father of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. There was a all party meeting and the committee was set up, and this Motilal Nehru became the chairman of that committee, and they drafted the self government in which they implemented the adult franchise system, linguistic division of the province, such as proposals were put up in the report. This report was known as a Nehru report. By the end of 1929, the indications was given to the Nehru report. Nehru report was not accepted by the government. Then the civil disobedient movement will be started. On this background, in December 1929, the Lahore sessions presided by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru becomes the memorable history. Demand for the Purna Swaraj. The objectives of the Indian National Congress was the Dominion states was not acceptable to many young members. Young members like Pandit Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose was demanding complete independence, Purna Swaraj. Due to the influence of the young group, the Lahore sessions of the Indian National Congress resolutions were attainment of complete independence was passed. Through these resolutions, Indian National Congress gave up the objectives of Dominion state. From here and onwards, the objective of the national movement was complete independence of India. On 31st December 1929, Pandit Nehru unfurl the tricolor flag, and resolutions was passed in which the 26th January was declared as a celebrated as Independence Day. On 26th January 1930, peoples of all over the country pledged of carrying out the freedom movement with a non-violent means for attainment of the independence of India. Everywhere there was in everywhere uh, in the country the atmosphere was charged with the new spirit. So at that time the young leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, also Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose were the leaders of the young persons, young members of the Congress. They took a charge in the Lahore Congress and declared for the whole government, whole go, whole, the, the whole independence from the Britishers. So they become very famous all over India. Um, and in these sessions they declared 26 January as a independence day at that period, okay, before independence. So the peoples all over India becomes very charged. So they get a furious movement started by the Congress to get the independence. So here this is a very very much lengthy lessons. So we read thoroughly this this lesson. Okay, now we will move to further new lessons, that is the civil disobedience movement. Many movements were started by the Congress to get the attainment of the goal of independence or other reasons. So in this process there was one movement which is started in 1930s, that is civil disobedience movement. So to their point of view is to boycott the law, uh, to boycott the law of the British rule, any type of rule. Okay, so here we completed these lessons of the non-cooperation movement. In this lesson, the conclusion is that in these lessons the many committees were set up by the Britishers to suppress this movement, and many measures were taken by the Congress to spread that non-cooperation movement in the party. There was a split in the party also, that this Swaraj party was made by the Motilal Nehru and other persons who are radicals, radical thinkers than Gandhian views. Okay, so these are the consequences which is happened in this movement. The so students, you have to do some exercise on these lessons. Okay, this complete this is your homework. You have to write down and send it me, uh, send it me of this photograph of this homework. Okay.